Good morning, Internet, and welcome back to the channel. Okay, so where are we today? It is Friday, the 29th of September. We're nearly at the end of it, eh? God, the dreaded Halloween is nearly up on us. Never mind. Okay, but that's nothing to do with that. Right, so anyone that follows me knows that I did a trip recently to Normandy. In fact, I think there's probably one more to go on the Normandy trip, which is me coming back home. Now, when I got back here, obviously, give the bike a damn good clean, and because it was extremely dirty, and I don't like dirty bikes, and so yeah. When I was cleaning the front light, it was like all sort of like dirty, and I thought, oh yeah, no, give it a polish off. But then I realised that actually what it was, this was inside the sealed unit, one sealed unit. And yeah, I mean, I don't really know how good this is going to pick it up, but all there on the glass on the inside is all sort of not misting, because it doesn't come and go, but let's call it misting because it's an easier phrase. And then on the reflector at the back, at the top, again, it's doing the same thing. So basically, it doesn't matter how much clean it off, it's not going to come off because it's on the inside. And you can take these clips off here all the way around, and that then takes this out the holder. But what it doesn't do, it doesn't give you, because this is a sealed unit here. Okay, it's got a big hole in for the bulb, but it's a sealed unit. And yeah, I mean, depending on the light that you get it in, but anyway, trust me, it's not. So now, you got to ask yourself, or I've got to ask myself, I went through quite a lot of bad weather in Normandy. So was it that caused the problem? I don't see, I can see this clearly. I don't think you will, but I don't see how rain has caused that, because this isn't misting, this isn't condensation, this doesn't go away. Yeah. So anyway, the sort of problem for me, and I'm sure, it's a problem for a lot more people, is that Royal Enfield dealerships are very few and far between. I mean, where I got mine from, I'm talking 2.5 to 3 hours, depending on traffic, just to get to the dealership. So basically, then if you want any work done, blah, blah, blah. Which is a bit of a pain in the ass. Now, anyone that, like I say, follows me, and I go on my little rides around here, and I quite often go down to a little harbour town called Olean, when I go down the estuary. Well, as you come down that estuary road, you sort of look over, and there's a motorcycle shop which is called Diablo Motos. And he's been there now for, I'd say, 10 years. Started off as a youngish chap. He's built it up. It's just him. But I think he has a couple of guys helping now and again, but mainly it's him. And he's got himself a good reputation. So, as I rode past the other day, I saw a sign which says Moto Passion. Now, Moto Passion is like another organisation in France, but they actually deal with Royal Enfield and MASH, and there's another one. Anyway, I can't remember what it is, but never mind. And I thought to myself, okay, so I went down, and I know him. I did not know him as in personally, but we've had dealings with him. Because when he first started, he was into the Chinese scooter market. Anyway, so I goes in and we had a chat through a translator, because he doesn't speak English and my French is absolutely useless. So Saviour was my daughter. Anyway, so he now is like contracts to sort of Moto Passion, like I said, deal with Royal Enfield. So I said to him, so hang on a sec, are you telling me now that you can take over warranty work, servicing work for Royal, for me, on a Royal Enfield motorcycle? Yes, said the man. That is the exact thing. Excellent. So what I had to do was, I took the headlight off, took it down to him. He took the pictures of it. He now has sent them off to Royal Enfield, which he said, they'll just get back in touch with him. They'll send out a replacement part, blah, de blah. If that's the case, excellent. Also, I trust this guy. He's built up, as I said, a good reputation. So maybe I will decide to keep my bike in the service warranty now, because if he services it, one, he's not going to rip me off. Two, I trust him that he's going to do the work. So that makes me feel a lot happier. But we shall see. What he has to do, apparently, he has to get in touch with Royal Enfield and take over the service warranty on this bike. I said to him, I was very displeased with who I bought it off, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, that's it. So what I'm saying is, peoples, if you've got a long way to travel to your designated Royal Enfield dealer, which is often the case, find a local shop. Find a local, not another dealer like Honda or Kawasaki and that, because we've got one of them, Moto Man in Campere, which is KTM and Kawasaki. They didn't want to know, why. Anyway, but if you get yourself a local, well-established place, who then may be able to contact Royal Enfield and take over the service, and if it saves the travelling and it's a more personal thing, maybe this could be the way forward for people out there with Royal Enfields who are sick to death travelling miles. So another quick chat. I like my chats. Chats are good. Another quick thing. Oh, there's a lot of buzzing going around at the moment about people moaning again, saying that Royal Enfield doesn't hold its resale value. You lose too much money, And I think to myself, how do they work that out? Why? It's not just Royal Enfield, is it? It's the same from any other bike. Okay, one thing that you must look at is, we all know Royal Enfield are made in India. So every bike that Royal Enfield sells in any other country in the world, it's got to get there. It's it's got to get there. It's got to be shipped there. So the shipping cost, the import duty, it's all got to go on the price of the bike that you buy. Now let's face it, Royal Enfield sell their bikes, and they sell an awful lot of them, because they are a good priced motorcycle. It's as simple as that. There's no gimmicks. That's what it boils down to. But they've got to cover their costs. But you are still getting a damn good priced bike. But of course, if you're the sort of person who, and fair enough, if this is what you want to do, that's great. If you want to change your bike every 12 months or 2 years or 3 years, obviously, the minute you take that bike out of the showroom, things like shipping costs, import duties, VAT that you're paying in the country of purchase, all that immediately is chopped straight off the bike. So I'd say the minute you get on that bike, or better still, the minute you sign on the dotted line that vehicle, that motorcycle is owned now by you, you've probably just wiped £1,000 straight off the price. But you know what? That goes for every other bike on, and dealership. I just don't get it. Why again are people using Royal Enfield as well? You lose too much money on a Royal Enfield. I put it in part shop. I paid $5,000 for it 3 years ago, but I've only got 3. Well, if you paid $5,000 for it two or 3 years ago, and you only got 3, what really do you want? You're not going to get 5 grand back for it, are you? What? It doesn't work that way, does it? I just think, again, people knock Royal Enfield. I just don't get it. I really don't. It's simple, really, isn't it? You don't like them, don't buy them. You know what I mean? But to knock a product in every single way that people find possible, yeah. Was there anything else? Oh, I'll tell you what. My 2 little plaques, look, see them? Yeah, let's get that closer, look. I like plaques. Look at that. There's that one up there, and there's that one up there. Nothing to do with my Royal Enfield, of course, but, at the end of the day, a plaque's a plaque. I like plaques. Well, I think that's it. I've had a bit of a whinge and a moan about people knocking Royal Enfields again. But yeah, so be interesting to see what happens with the light. Be interesting to see what happens, whether the guy can take over the servicing. I hope everyone's well. Weather here is, I've got to mention the weather, haven't I? Do you know what? I was talking to one of my mates the other day back in the UK. And he said, do you know what, Carl? He said, every time I watch your videos, there's never one, he said, that doesn't mention the weather. And it's true. I admit, I am probably weather-bound, but it's, for me, because, again, I hate riding in the rain. So, I watch the weather quite a lot. But, yeah. So, the weather here at the moment, it's up and down. It's all over the place. I really do need to get out, but I'm that busy at the moment with lots of other things which aren't motorcycle orientated. I'm sure, guys, you have wives the same who find you lots of things to do. And to be fair, she doesn't ask for much, so there you go. Right, okay. On that note, I'm going to leave it. Like I said, I think there's another. In fact, I'm pretty damn sure there's another Normandy one to go on, and then that's done, and then we'll get out for some rides around it, hopefully when the weather gets a bit better. I'll keep everybody updated on the light situation. Okay, great to talk to you. It's good to talk. If you like what I do, do you know what, again, I've smashed the viewing times. Them are great, you know what I mean? Bang. But the subscribers, really, I don't know what's going on. So slow. Maybe I need to make me one of the signs, please subscribe, It worked for somebody else. Anyway, okay. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye for now.